All right, how's it, everyone? I think we might be going live. So hard to say when I go live. So many buttons to push. But I think we're live. I'm Mad Statter. This is Chatter with Statter. Every Thursday and Sunday here on YouTube, 4:30 p.m. West Coast time, we gather to talk about whatever it is we're going to talk about. And I got to tell you right now, I don't know what it is we're going to be talking about today. I did not do my due diligence. I have no idea where the chatter is going to scatter. So let's find out. First off, though, let's see. Oh, let's see what's going on here with my chat. That's not good. Let's see if I can. Oh, no. I don't know what's happening with my chat. I saw that there was chat. Comfortably I saw you for a second. E.T. Guerrero. I saw you for a second. Um, um, wow, okay, things have just gotten weird, and I don't see any chat, which can be a bit of a problem. So, what we're going to do right now. Okay, so medium 7 up, I can see you. Cynthia Kraus, I see you. It looks like Aware is there. So, hi there, Aware. All right, I don't know what's going on. My chat is now maybe populating, so I'm going to just leave things alone. No pressy the button. No press the button. If all y'all were with me on Saturday at when we watched a Twitch movie last week, we know the damage that pressing a button can do. So we will refrain from pressing the button, at least right now. Mariana, good to see you. All right, excellent. So I've got a couple people that I can see, and if I can't see you, I'm not going to say hi to you. It's not because I'm not saying hi to you, it's because I can't see you. But Tina Rose Cager, A. Ware, E.T. Guerrero, Medium 7 Up, Cynthia Kraus, Comfortably Yum, Michael Anthony Smith. I think that's everybody that I'm seeing populating on my chat. Like I said, if you're there and I didn't say hi, well, speak up again because I know see, but I'll see and then I'll say hi. How about that? Okay, excelente. We've got that covered. All right. So, Michael Anthony Smith, yes, I sort of can see you. I can see your name and I can see your avatar, but I can't see what you're wearing. Are you wearing pants? It doesn't matter. I don't need to know because I can't see you. I do know, though, that one of my friends was very concerned about my chat show, and they were unsure about the format and just how visible everybody was. Like, was it a Zoom meeting where everybody could see everybody? In which case, would they have to wear pants if she showed up? I told them, no, you don't have to wear pants because no one will see you. They'll only see what you type. So, yeah, so that's how that works. Devin, good to see you. Hey, Devin, I got to tell you right now, you were the inspiration for my jumbled video that I put out the other night on Tuesday. We're going to say it was a Tuesday. Let's say Tuesday. I put out a little 20-minute video, babbling, telling everybody just how to start stream. Well, I didn't tell anybody just how to start streaming because I don't know nothing, but I told everybody, even though you don't know nothing, start doing it. Now, a couple people saw that video and they were messaging me. They're like, oh my God, dude, are you begging for equipment? No, that was not a begging for equipment video. That video was all about like, dude, you don't have the equipment? Awesome. Me either. Let's do it. Just do it anyway. So don't even worry about that. It was meant to be inspirational, not a cry for help. If you want to help, I do have a donation button, but that's not the point of the video. The point of the video was if you've got something that you think you want to put out there, throw it at the wall. See if it sticks. That's my message to you today. So let's see here. Cynthia Kraus, peekaboo, see me. Uh-oh, if you don't see me, well, I see me. I hope everybody else can see me. So, sounds like a personal problem. Hopefully that's a personal problem, Cindy. Okay, guys, excellent. And where you missed that one, was that a scheduled live stream? No. Funny you should say that. I even talk about that in the video. It was not a scheduled live stream. It was posted as a live stream I created it as a live stream. And as I explained in the video, the reason why I created it as a live stream is because even though I intended it to be a video that I was going to upload, I don't do video editing software. I wanted to use my OBS I wanted to use my streaming software to show a couple things, but I don't know how to record my streaming software as just recording it so then I could upload it. So as a workaround, because I don't know what I'm doing, I did what I did know how to do, which is I streamed it privately so nobody knew that I was on, because there's a setting that you can do that. And I did it all in one take, and then I watched it and I was like, wow, that was pretty awful. The reflection in my glasses is driving me nuts. I probably should do that again. But then I was like, well, no, that would defeat the whole purpose of the whole point. The whole point of the video was you're going to suck at first, just get through the sucking period and do it, because until you go through the period that you suck, you're never going to get better. And so basically I rewatched the video, decided, forget it, I'm not going to do anything to it. And so I unprivated it. And so in theory, if you go to my YouTube webpage, it should be on there. It's just a 20-minute video. Yeah, it should be there. It's me literally babbling as though I had a live stream, only I was ignoring all the comments. Yeah, it's me talking for 20 minutes straight, because I can do that. But yeah, meant as an inspiration for anybody who is thinking about live streaming, because as I've said before, and I'm sure I'll say again, what I don't know could fill a book. And yet here, I think this is our 23rd live stream together, and we're going for a third Twitch stream this Saturday. This Saturday, I'm going to be hosting on my Twitch page, Mad Statter on Twitch, movie night. And last Saturday, we watched Rollerball, which was incredibly frustrating and fun. A 2.5-hour movie ended up taking like 3.5 hours because of all the tech glitches that I was having, but that we got to experience together. But that's okay, because we were chatting the whole time and everything was good. So what I'm going to do this coming weekend is another movie, or excuse me, this coming Saturday is another movie night on Twitch, and we're going to be watching Tampopo. Now, I've never seen Tampopo, but it seemed to be a recurring recommendation last stream that I had when we were talking about movies. And then when I mentioned it on my Facebook page, I had people like, oh my God, that's my favorite movie. So we might be seeing faces that we've never seen before coming in on Twitch, because my real life apparently decided to chime in on Tampopo, and they apparently love it. So good choice, guys. Tampopo, let's do this. Twitch, 6 p.m. West Coast time, 3 p.m. Hawaii time, 9 p.m. East Coast time. I will probably on my social medias be reminding everybody. And yeah, well, I guess, yeah, I'll have to do that, because the next live stream, or the next Chatter with Statter, will be on Sunday after the Twitch stream. So yeah, this is the last Twitch stream before, or the last YouTube stream before the Twitch movie. Then Sunday again, I'll be back on YouTube. I know, it's confusing. YouTube, Twitch. I'm scattered all over the place. Welcome to my life. Eventually, we're going to switch over to Twitch. But right now, we've got a dual track situation going on. So, so let's see here. I just babbled for quite some time. Let me see what I missed here on the Chatterbox. All right. So, okay, cool. Looks like everybody sees me, which is just what I was hoping. Okay, ET, you did see the short live video live advice. Do it, no worries. Yes, exactly. That's the whole point, because here's the deal. Everybody on the internet has to start somewhere, and it's really unfair for you as a beginner to look at someone who has 112 videos under their belt when you've got one. Well, you know what? Their 112th video probably is going to be better than your first 12 videos. But you're never going to be as good as that 112th video until you do your first 111. So just get the bad part over with, because you're going to be bad at the beginning anyway. That's the message that I hope everybody took away from that. So good. Oh, Cindy, you saw it too. You thought it was good. Excellent. Hey, where you found my donate button? It's on Mad Statter's About page. Easy to do. Woohoo. Oh my goodness. And sounds like you might have actually already donated. So if that's the case, thank you so much. And if it's not the case, well then thank you for pointing it out anyway. So speaking of things like subscriptions and donations and buttons, Chatter with Statter, Thursdays and Sundays at 4:30 p.m. If you're not subscribed, I'd love it if you could become subscribed. Just hit that subscribe button. And if you want to get notified, well, don't we all want to get notified? Hit that notification bell. See if it works. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Let's find out for you, shall we? And then, of course, a like button or a dislike button always helps with the engagementness of the channel. So feel free to click yay or nay. I kind of prefer the ups, but you know, if you want to do a down, that's okay too. I can live with that. Feedback is feedback. So, oh, Terry Gilmore, you're here, and Tampopo is awesome. Awesome. I'm glad you're stoked. I hope we can see you on Sunday. At Saturday on Twitch for Tampopo. And Terry Gilmore, I want to thank you. We have got fancy new tech in the house. Thanks to Terry Gilmore donating this gimbal for loaning. Loaning is what I meant to say there. For future holo holos and strolo holos that I'll be trying to make. I haven't quite calibrated everything yet. Today did not go as planned, which is part of the reason why I don't really know what we're going to talk about today, because I actually had to do work. There's a tax deadline on September 15th. I work in the tax industry. You know, that's how that works. So my plans for the video today didn't get done until the very last minute. Okay, so let's see here. Comfortably Yum. It'll be interesting since Tampopo has subtitles. Well, it will, I guess, be interesting, but you know what? It seemed like the consensus, my last stream when we were talking about the movies, nobody really seemed to mind the idea of subtitles. I don't mind subtitles, so, I don't know. I don't think it's that, we'll see. To me, the biggest trek, the subtitles will be an issue, but to me, the biggest issue is whether or not, because what I'm going to be doing, I'm actually throwing down some money for this. I'm going to be spending some money to rent the video from YouTube. And so we'll see if YouTube will be on to us and do what Pluto TV did. I still don't understand how I've been watching a streamer Twitch stream movies from Amazon Prime and have it not be a big deal. So I don't know. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, then we might have to put this movie night on hold until I figure out what the flying fork it is that I'm doing wrong, or how to work around whatever it is they're doing right. Anyway, so we will definitely be going through yet another learning curve this Saturday on Twitch. Hopefully it won't be nearly as painful as that first learning curve, because boy, oh boy. Yeah. Hey, where movie night, cues the dancing popcorn and a hot dog and soda cup. Yeah, you know, oh gosh, that would be, I might have to like build a scene for that. Since I know what scenes are now, I can actually maybe create something that would be like that, just like the old-fashioned drive-ins. Comfortably Yum, you knew there was a reason that you bought popcorn. Exactly. I think I might pop some popcorn too. Last week I had some almonds, but this time I might do popcorn. Cynthia Krause, you're gonna come up with movie snacks. Sneak them in. Don't let the people at the desk know you got them. Just sneak them in. It's okay. I won't tell anybody. So, yeah, E.T., in regards to my video, good advice for all things, really, not just YouTube. Got to do it and learn as you go. That's kind of it. I mean, you know, you think that you're not qualified for a job, and you might not be exactly qualified for a job, but the fact of the matter is they have very specific ways that they want you to do that job, and when you get there, they're going to train you on how they want you to do it anyway. So what does it matter if you don't really know what you're doing, because they're going to tell you exactly what they want you to do. So just go for it, man. Oh, Terry, it's not just on loan. It's a gift for my stroller holos. Oh, yay. Oh my goodness. Wow, Terry, that makes me so happy, because, with the video quality of not having a stabilizational, which that thing is apparently, we'd get motion sickness on my stroller holos. So everybody who is currently watching and might in the future be watching, you all need to thank Terry Gilmore right now, because she's going to save your nausea because of what she did. Yeah, comfortably warm. Exactly, the buffering. I think that Pluto was doing that on purpose, because as I said, the next day on my Sunday YouTube stream, I watched part of that movie and it was smooth as silk, but that wasn't through the streaming software. I think once you put it through that streaming software, something bad happens. So, yeah, and you know what? It could be, now that I'm saying these words out loud, it could be that Streamlabs is the one that does it. And I know that the Twitch streamer that has successfully streamed the Amazon Prime Video, she doesn't use Streamlabs. So if it's a case of the streaming software, well, that's going to suck, but that's good to know, and we can work with that knowledge. So there you go. Let's see here. Hey, Belly Bear, good to see you. You were cooking. That is a great reason to be late, let me tell you. And what is a scene? Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be making a video about that because it really matters. But long story short, a scene is what, like right now, I'm using Streamlabs OBS, and in order to put anything out, in order to like get a video on the screen, you have to build a scene. And scenes can include a lot of different things, a lot of different layers, a lot of different fancy pants stuffiness. But ultimately what a scene is you have to tell the video square all the things you want in it, i.e., do I want sound in it? Do I want video in it? Do I want a fancy graphic in it? Do I want a whatever in it? And you have to layer them and build them to make them go out into the universe. And boy, is that like anybody who's tech oriented and actually knows what a scene really is has probably just thrown up in their waistband hearing me explain what a scene is, because it's just that was pathetic, but it really is kind of what a scene is. So basically my scenes are as the most bare basic as they are. There's video and there's audio. You want a fancy scene? Let me show you a fancy scene. Where did the fancy scene go? Here. Oh, no, that's not the fancy scene. No, there we go. See, okay, now this is a fancy scene, right? So, like, I've got my face along with a video. So, yeah, so we've got all sorts of different random stuff. And so, yeah, so basically it can be prepared to put it on the screen. That's exactly it. And so, so when I click on, so right now this scene, is the sources are my video capture device, which is my face. That's the webcam. And then the source for this scene is also the video that I have titled West Seattle Drive. And so this particular scene is built with these two aspects in it. Now, when I just go back to my face, just my face, that scene just literally has the video capture device. So yeah, so that's what a scene is. And I'll tell you right now, I was doing stuff on YouTube, and I was doing stuff with OBS. I didn't even know what a scene, I didn't know what a scene was, how to build a scene, what it even meant to build a scene. I mean, that's how stupid I was, which was frustrating because when I was watching how-to videos, all of them are coming from this basis of, oh, well, clearly you already know what this is, so blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, no, wait, dude, I don't actually clearly know what that is. So could you go back for a minute? Because I don't. And so, so the next little video that I'm going to be is actually breaking down that thing. And the thing is with the scenes, I still don't know how to do a million, like all the layers with the widgets and I don't know how to do a lot of it. Andy would be a perfect person to like do an advanced class on how to build a scene, because his scenes are probably populated with like 47,854 layers, whereas mine are like populated with 3 layers at the most. Yeah. So let's see here. Oh, you know what? And speaking of copyright stuff everywhere, I forgot. I had some music to play. And once again, I'm not using earphones because that's a different tech battle that I'm still losing. So let me know if the music levels are good or bad, because no matter what, the music is always super loud in my ears. We're not going to talk about that. Let me know if the music level is good or bad. Let me know. Yep, let me know. So let's see here. Oh, Shock, you're here. Fantastic. I didn't think that you were going to be able to make it to Chatter with Statter here this evening. I thought Thursdays were verboten for you. Good. You got to sneak out, sneak back in. All right, that's cool. So, okay, and we're good. You sort of get it, even though that jumbled explanation was sort of painful even for me. Cool. So yeah, good. And learning new apps is fun, actually, if you're not under the gun for time. Well, that's funny you should mention that, and yes, that is true. It is fun. The only thing, though, is sometimes you think you learned them, and then, of course, as we've all witnessed with Andy on the Daily Pigeon, and he already has learned them, you think you've learned them, and then you go live, or right before you go live, and suddenly none of them are working. Nothing is working. I had that happen with my microphone quite a few episodes ago, and let me tell you, I had some panic. Oh my, I had some panic. So let's see here. Comfortably Yum, she's not stupid. Hit the like button. I don't know who's stupid, but sometimes I feel stupid, but hitting the like button is a darn good idea, so do that if you want. Belly Bear, I should pat yourself on the back. You're doing fine. I used to be a little techie, but you never catch on because tech changes super often. Tell me about it, Belly Bear. Okay, so this is not even your guys' problem, but this was my problem. We started on this journey together here shortly after YouTube had completely changed their studio. And so a lot of the tutorial videos that I was finding didn't even apply anymore because it wasn't even the system that YouTube was using anymore because they had completely changed over. So like suddenly half of the library of how to stream on YouTube live, those videos they're out of date and useless because that's not the system that YouTube even uses anymore. So you cannot even follow those tutorials because nothing exists in that framework that they're using just doesn't even exist. So that was a little frustrating when I was looking through some stuff. Yeah, and where last week trying to install and use Twitch Studio app was a bit stressful. Okay, so, oh wait, hold on. Devin, you're not feeling well right now, so you have to call it. Oh, yeah, no, Devin, if you're not feeling well, you go, you lay down, you'll catch up. It's all good. It's all good. We don't talk about anything that matters here on Chatter with Statter. That's the point of Chatter with Statter. So you will be caught up when you get back. We'll make sure. Go get better. So last week trying to install, and where I was saying try to install and use Twitch Studio app was a bit stressful. I don't know if y'all were here on the, or not here, I guess there, because we were on Twitch. Having tech glitches, and Where thought that she would come in and save the day, and I think she almost did. Now, it took me weeks to figure out how to start streaming on Twitch. She's over there in the background, hacking the mainframe, going in through the back door, doing whatever, trying to figure out how to fix her things. And honestly, I think had we had just a little bit more time, Anne would have been able to come in and host the movie herself because she's smart like that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, exactly. And all the tutorials were out of date. It was really, I mean, not all of them. Some of them, okay, so the YouTube tech switch, as we're lamenting here, tech, it always changes. Not only were the YouTube tutorials out of date, because the new YouTube Studio was still so new, all of the like expert users and the ones who would be making these tutorials, well, they were still trying to figure out YouTube Studios too. So half of their videos are like, well, this is what I do, but I guess you could do it. I'm not really sure how to do it yet, but this is what seems to work for me. And that was both comforting and disturbing. It's like, well, I'm coming to you for answers, man, and you clearly don't have them. On the other hand, well, he doesn't really have them and he's still doing it. So I ended up figuring out, in fact, actually, one of the things on the YouTube Studios, I watched the tutorial and I was like, dude, you're doing that way the hard way. I mean, like, I had found a way easier way to do it than he had done it, so that actually made me feel good. But yeah, this stream that we're all here on absolutely kind of came to fruition at a very awkward time in a tech learning moment. So, okay. Let me be clear. Anne Ware did not hack anything. I was absolutely I was telling a story when I said that. I do not mean to besmirch the good name of Ann Ware. She didn't hack into anything. She was just trying to actually create her own Twitch channel so she could stream the movie for us. Or so we could just move over to her channel because my channel was all hamajang. But I still think it's funny to think of her with a dial-up modem and, a 10 key trying to hack into the building size mainframe at IBM. I don't know. It just makes me giggle thinking about that. Yeah. Medium 7-Up, it was a little bit brutal, actually. The learning curve was a little curvier than it needed to be when it came to those tutorials. You did get the movie, live streaming the movie? Wait, you did get to do that? Okay. What? You're way smarter than me, Anne. Comfortably smart friends are the best. Next to the funny ones. Well, smart friends can be a little trying at times, but when they can actually figure out how to stream the movie, that's when you need them. Okay, so Ann Ware, I did not hack anything. I got the movie running because I have an Amazon Prime subscription, but anyone without their own subscription trying to watch wouldn't be able to watch. See, and that's where I get confused because, I do and I don't. I know that there's the Prime Watch Party feature, so that makes sense. But the other streamer was streaming from Amazon Prime as well, and I don't have... she was doing it clearly outside of the watch party parameters because people like me who don't have Amazon Prime could watch it. So yeah, I'm going to have to bend that streamer's ear to figure out what in the flying fork was going on. And yes, Ann Ware, Believe just might be playing. I've got a Lono playlist going on in the background, and those with smart ears, good ears, might pick up a few new songs that you've never heard before. Wait, what are you talking about? I thought we did that last stream. Yeah, we did. And I added a few more songs. So listen for them, huh? All right, then. Funny friends can too when they don't turn off. Yeah, well, that's a good point, Comfortably Sometimes the joke is over. It's time to be serious. Right. All right, let's see here. Okay. Like I said, I intended to do something with this show today. I had actually a lot of things that I wanted to do. Work got in the way. So I hope Shakalak is still here, but I don't think she is. But if Shak is still here, this is kind of for her, but maybe not. So today is National Wiener Schnitzel Day. And today, I was today old when I found out what a Wiener Schnitzel even was or is. Because I always thought it was a hot dog. I think that there's a hot dog place called their Wiener Schnitzel, but I might be making that up. I don't think I am. And I just, it's a hot dog, right? No, it's not a hot dog. Not even close to, No, it's not a hot dog. Do you guys know what a Wiener Schnitzel is? And can anybody tell me why it's called a Wiener Schnitzel? Because I don't know. This isn't like a quiz. Oh, hey, what kind of basalt is that? Oh, it's pillow basalt. No, this I really don't know. I'm asking, why in the flying fork do they call it Wiener Schnitzel? It's not a hot dog. And I'm seeing a silence in the chat, so obviously nobody else knows why it's called Wiener Schnitzel either. Do you guys even know what a Wiener Schnitzel is? I didn't until today. And the chat has completely stayed. Oh, here we go. It has not completely stayed still. Phew, for a second there, I was thinking the chat might have frozen up and I was freaking out. Awesome. Okay, so Cynthia Pretzel maybe. Good guess, but no. And Comfortably Yum. Well, yes, a schnitzel is a cutlet, apparently, as Terry Gilmore points out. Schnitzels are cutlets. But apparently a Wiener Schnitzel, which to me, I think pork immediately. No, it's veal. It's a veal cutlet. So I guess what? Wiener is veal in German? That's why I was hoping Shock was here, because she'd just be like, oh, well, you see, in Austria, the history of blah, blah, blah. Yeah, right. Okay, so comfortably, you know what comfortably, you know what a schnitzel is, and medium 7 Up. What? Nope. I'm with you, Mad Statter. This is new information. Exactly. I mean, I honestly, I always thought it was just a hot dog. I had in the back of my mind that maybe it was like a deep fried hot dog or whatever. And then I saw a picture of it and I was like, oh, well, that's not a hot dog. So then immediately when I saw the picture of it, I was like, oh, well, it's just a pork cutlet then, because clearly wiener means pork in my brain. I don't know. But then I read about it. No, it's veal. It's veal. I've never had it. I don't even think I've ever had veal. Yeah, so there you go. National Wiener Schnitzel Day. And so if you want to go eat a Wiener Schnitzel, then go eat a Wiener Schnitzel today, because it's the day to do so. Personally, I am not necessarily a Wiener Schnitzel person, just because, yeah, the whole veal thing kind of freaks me out. But it is getting to be a little bit fall-like in my area. I don't know about your area. And I do think it is turning into soup season, as it were. So I'm just wondering, does anyone have any Wiener Schnitzel soup recipes? No, actually what I was wondering though, if anybody what's your favorite soups, guys? I love soups. Soups are beautiful. And yeah, I am a huge fan of the soups, and I want soup inspirations. So if you guys want to talk about soup, we absolutely can talk about soup, but it looks like Google Translate, so let's see here. Belly Bear says, on Google Translate says from German to English, question, Wiener Schnitzel. I don't know if that's helpful, Belly Bear. I'm confused about that. And where, good ear, that is Blue Eyes of Summer, is one of the newer songs, or not newer songs, but one of the songs I added onto the, oh no wait, I think Blue Eyes of Summer was on the last list. Blue Eyes of Summer was on the last list, so never mind. I mean, it is a good song, and it is a lesser known Lono song, but that was from last list, not one of the newer ones this time. I mean, well, anyway. None of the songs that I've added, let me just clarify, none of the Lono songs that I've added onto this list are new Lono songs, but they're new to us. There you go. Let's see here. So, Comfortably you hope you can go to Zippy's for, this is Zippy's Giant Burgers, guys, not the Hawaii one, for their, what is it? The BOM Willy Cheesesteak? Oh, yeah, the Burger of the Month, or the Burger of the Moment Willy Cheesesteak. Yeah, the Philly cheesesteak, Willy cheesesteak at Zippy's is, I wish they had it year round. It is so flippin' delicious. I know, right? Medium 7 Up. It's like, well, that's not a helpful definition, Google. Wiener Schnitzel is Wiener Schnitzel. Google, aren't you listening to me? Belly Bear, easy soup, meatball and vegetables. I can't say that word, even though I've made that soup before, and I'm so glad you brought that up. That is one of my favorite soups. Now, Belly Bear, when you make the when you make the Mexican meatball soup, which is basically what it is, do you use raw rice or do you use cooked rice? Because I used cooked rice in the meatballs, and I thought it was good. It was great. But my boss says that she uses raw rice, and it ends up cooking in the thing, which totally makes sense. So, Belly Bear. I think it was Belly Bear. No, wait. Yes, Belly Bear. That was you. So your meatball and vegetable soup, do you cook the rice in the meatballs, or do you not? Or do you just not even use rice in the meatballs? Let's see here. Comfortably you love a good potato soup and white clam chowder and a nice tomato bisque. Yeah, those are good. And you know what? I think I've got most of the stuff for clam chowder in my fridge or in my pantry right now. So I might have to do that. So Anne, Terry Gilmore, any creamy soup, chowders, bisques, I know, sign me up. They're just not good for you, but oh, they're so good to you. Yeah. So, Anwar, a schnitzel is a thin slice of meat tenderized. Okay. So I guess we can have a pork schnitzel or a chicken schnitzel, whatever they'd be called. And Wiener means in the style of Vienna. Okay. So it's Vienna Schnitzel, and Vienna uses veal for their schnitzel, I guess, is what I'm learning today. Interesting, now I have all sorts of questions based on this answer to my earlier question. And Winner, thanks for pointing all these out, because now I've got a whole rabbit hole of schnitzels to dive down in when the show is over, and I'll know more about schnitzel by the time we're done than anybody needs to know, because that's what I do. Yeah. So, oh, okay, so Uncomfortable Yum, good lord, they take their Wiener Schnitzel very seriously over there in the old country. Wiener Schnitzel means veal. True Wiener Schnitzel is the only schnitzel made with veal and is protected as such by Austrian law. Okay, man, Jesus Christ. All right, cool. Excellent. Way to go, Google. Way to go, Comfortable Yum. Oh, right, I guess like hamburger is a beef patty in the style of city of Hamburg. I guess. I mean, okay, yeah, all right. Okay. Comfortable Yum, you just pounded chicken last night for chicken cordon bleu. Fantastic. That I haven't made chicken cordon bleu in so long, and that sounds really, really tempting. I don't usually work with chicken breasts because they're just so dry, but when you pound them real thick, when you pound them so they get real thick, when you pound them so they get real thin, you can cook them so fast that that's basically the best way to do the breasts, because otherwise they just get all dry and stringy. I don't remember who it was. I think it was Felix on Amanda and Felix Eats, or Felix and Amanda Eats. They're a foodie channel on YouTube that covers a lot of Hawaiian food. They described dried out chicken breasts as chicken string cheese. You know how it gets all dry and stringy, and that to me was the perfect description, and 100% what I hate about chicken breasts is that when they turn into string cheese, string chicken as it were. So yeah, so okay. Oh, good. You're laughing and learning, says Medium 7 Up. And Ann Ware says in German, oh, see, now this, I had no idea. The rabbit hole is suddenly much less deep. In German, Vienna is called Wien. Okay, well, there you go. I guess then that makes a lot of sense. Devin, oh, you're back, Devin. Oh, well, when we're talking about cooking, suddenly gotta get in on this one. I'll chime in for this, says Devin. I love to cook, and I love making stock, which means awesomely awesome soup. It's not that hard to make, and it makes all the difference. Oh, Devin, I don't know if you know the Pandora's box that you have just opened. I am in love with making homemade stock, just like you, obviously. My question for you is, actually, I have so many questions for you. When you make stock, do you make it just out of the bones, or do you make it from the actual chicken, like a whole chicken? I'm a bones person. I save my bones, and I cook it up, and I make the thick, viscous, collagen-laden chicken stock. But other folks swear by the greasier, meatier, richer flavor that you get from boiling down the carcass. So, and I can appreciate that. They're two different animals, but the one that I mostly make is the bone stock, or as they call it these days, bone broth, like it's some new thing. Good Lord. Anyway, Devin, what is your preferred method of making stock? Actually, not just Devin, anybody who makes stock on their own. How do you do it? Like, how do you, tell me how you make your stock. And, yeah, this is, I guess, what we're talking about today. Soup stock. But yeah, I want to know how you guys make your soup stock. Okay, so okay, cool. We've got a lot of chatter. Excellent. This is what I like. Michael Anthony Smith, they need vegetarian schnitzel. Well, my best guess is you probably could make a schnitzel with like an eggplant or tofu, right? I mean, it's basically just a piece of deep fried something. So, go deep fry something, call it a schnitzel. I mean, it's not going to taste bad, right? You deep fried it. I mean, what doesn't taste good once you deep fry it? I swear I could deep fry a plastic comb and it'd still be ono. So comfortably yum. You dredge yours in flour though, not breadcrumbs. Yeah, that creates a totally different, a much crispier coating, in my opinion. Okay, Belly Bear, you don't use any rice. You just make your meatballs with meatloaf ingredients, so breadcrumbs instead of rice, salt and pepper, scrambled egg. Okay, I've never heard of that, but I like that idea. And a pinch of milk, fry meatballs first, add veggies, chicken broth, tomato sauce. Okay, all right, that'll work. I actually have some meatballs that are made in a very similar, in meatloaf fashion, and I wasn't really sure if that would be an acceptable meatball for the ablondigas. I don't remember how to spell or say that soup, but I know the soup you're talking about, and it's super yummy. I've made it twice. Let's see here. E.T. Guerrero. Okay, Elaine. Yeah, you know who Amanda and Felix are. Yeah, and yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Amanda and Felix that were talking about the string chicken, because they're pretty picky about their chicken. They like it. They like it glistening. They also like it another way, but it's a word that most people don't like, so I'll just not use it. Oh yeah, Terry Gilmore, a portobello mushroom might make a good schnitzel. Well, and if it doesn't make good schnitzel, it'll make a great deep fried mushroom, so hop on that, yeah. Yeah, oh, you're not that far, Devin, and you took an Advil and a little Pakalalo. Hell always helps. Yep, Pakalalo is definitely everyone's friend. In fact, I had a really bad, this is probably something I should admit on the stream, but I'm going to admit it anyway. I was super sick for like days, and I couldn't even, so sick that I didn't even want to smoke anything or anything. And I started feeling better, but I still felt wrong. And I realized, I think I was going through some Pakalalo withdrawals, because as soon as I took a little hit, it was just like, everything's better now. So, yeah, Pakalalo definitely helps everything. Everything. So comfortably yum, you use bones and veggie scraps. Yeah, I don't use the veggie scraps. I just use the bones, and I don't even season it. I wait until my broth is completely bland and unseasoned until I end up using it. And then with the turkey, you use the carcass. Yeah, but with the turkey, comfortably yum, you still have taken the meat off of the carcass, right? It's not the entire... I know people who literally will take a raw chicken, the whole chicken, and put it in the pot and then cover it with water and then boil it down or simmer it down for a few hours, and then use that broth or that water, that liquid, as their broth, as their stock. And I find that wasteful, because you overcook the chicken, so you don't. I don't know. That's not how I do mine. So. Where you open the can. Hey, as Ina Garten says, if you can't make your own, store-bought is fine. And frankly, I would much rather have someone open a can of chicken broth or a box of chicken broth or beef broth, whatever, and chop up some vegetables and throw in some pasta or whatever to make a soup, than open a can of Campbell's already made soup. Not that anything's wrong with Campbell's. Soup is good food. Don't get me wrong. It could be Progresso, it could be Campbell's, it could be Chunky, it could be whatever brand. It's not going to be as good as if you made the soup from yourself. Even if the soup did start out with a can of plain broth, everything else is going to be better if you put it in. So yeah, let's see. It looks like, yeah, French onion soup, so yummy. I have never made French onion soup, but I've considered it a million times. So I'm kind of jealous that Comfortably Yum is thinking about making French onion soup. And yeah, Comfortably Yum, if you streamed, you'd cook. Well, I don't know if you watched my my little video yesterday. Okay, not yesterday, Tuesday, whenever. The last video I posted, the 20-minute one. you should watch it because I've seen what you cook. I've seen how often you cook. I've seen the results of your cooking, and baking, your bread. Did I mention your bread? I think that doing a cooking stream is a whole nightmare of camera angles and the like, but I don't know, dude. If you can figure out a way to do it, I think you should do it, because I don't know if the food that you make tastes good, but I know that it looks good on camera from what I've seen, and so really that's all that matters. I actually do think that what you cook probably does taste good too, but really it looks like it's flippin' delicious, so I think you should do it. So let's see here. Belly Bear. Okay, so stock from leftover meats and bones, veggies for taste, onions, garlic, lots of water. Okay, so basically though, you're still with the bones. So that's how it seems wasteful to me to take a whole chicken just to make soup from its bones and skin and not use the meat. I don't like it. Yeah. Yes, medium 7-Up. I know what you're talking about. And yes, it does help everything. And where you wish you could do on-the-fly cooking, I always get nervous without a recipe and planned ingredients. It's so funny how people are like that. My boss, she is a phenomenal cook. And the great thing about her cooking is if she makes something and you ask her to make it again, she will be able to replicate exactly what she made again because she uses a recipe. I mean, we're talking down to the quarter teaspoon of just, she's so exact. Whereas me, I'm just like, I don't know, throw a can of this in. What do you got over there? A handful of this is good. And then, I don't know, throw in some seasoning. 3 pinches of cumin sounds good to me. And consequently, while what I make might be delicious, the next time I make it, it's never going to taste like that because I don't know what I did. I just did this and this, and I did with what was on hand. I had no recipe. So yeah, I can appreciate why you, if you're not comfortable with winging it, yeah, use that recipe. But you know what? Winging it's kind of fun too. I think you should try it one day. I mean, something like that you sort of already know, So Devin, okay, you do a combo of bones, skin, and veggies. You quarter 3 onions, 3 de-seeded tomatoes, celery plus always have the hearts, celery plus the hearts, and very important, 2 carrots. But wait, there's more. She's not done yet. Cindy Krause is like, Devin, that sounds perfect. And so, let's see here. Okay, we've got all sorts of people. So Belly Bear's talking about how you cook it for 8 hours. Mounds of food, go figure. Filipino dad, Irish mom, basically Lucy and Ricky. There you go. Yeah, my soup, my stock that I cook the bones down, basically until all of the, like the cartilage caps that are on the end of the bones or like in the breastbone, that, cartilage thing. I basically simmer my stock until all of that is melted. So that's like 12 hours sometimes on low heat. And I keep adding water as necessary. So like my stock is very concentrated. You can add water to the stock and it's still, it works. So, well, Comfortably Yum, you missed the video. It wasn't a live stream. It's a standalone, non-interactive video. So if you want to go listen to me talk at the camera for 20 minutes, trying to inspire other people to go talk at the camera for 20 minutes, it's just the last video I think that I posted. So you should check it out maybe. Because I really do think that you could do I do think that you have a lot, you cook so much. I really do think that you could do a show. Oh, wait, what? Hold on, I missed it. What is Medium 7-Up eating? He got something delivered? I'm a little bit jealous. All right, well, enjoy your food there, Medium 7-Up. So Comfortably Yum, you want to open a food truck instead of a stream? Well, okay. You got 50 grand for the truck, let alone for outfitting it. Yeah, food trucks are they're so hard to start. But shoot, dude, if you've got the investors and the backers, you make good. The stuff you make that I've seen looks flippin' good. So shoot, man. Yeah, let's get rolling. Let's start a truck. So what, you have an orientation at 6 tonight for starting a food truck? Wait, what? For starting a food truck? Awesome. Holy crumb. Is that what the orientation's for? To start a food truck? Dude. Let's see here. And where you're so cute singing along to the tunes. So Cindy Krause, us kids who grew up with black and white TV didn't have too much fast food options. Yeah, I didn't grow up with a black and white TV. I grew up with a color TV, but it's still, the fast food options were not, fast food was a once a week thing, maybe, basically once a week if mom was feeling generous after running around with errands and the kids were maybe somewhat half well behaved, we might stop at McDonald's. But yeah, there was fast food was definitely not the norm. Comfortably Yum, you're intimidated to try pho. Well, now you mean you're intimidated to try eating it or to try cooking it? Because if you're intimidated to try cooking it, that's valid. Getting the right broth or stock for pho, just like with ramen. Just like with ramen, pho and ramen have very complex broth bases. So if you are intimidated by making them, that's probably a good thing. That means you respect the broth. Let's see here. Terry Gilmore, seems that cooks versus bakers have different styles, adapting to what's on hand versus precise measurements. Oh, without a doubt, because baking basically is a little bit of a chemistry experiment, whereas cooking is slightly different. And that was something that one of my friends was saying when he went to, actually, I think it was Andy Bumatai who was telling me this story. He went to cooking school and he found it really frustrating that his instructors were like, feel how much salt you need, use your feelings. And his mind exploded. He was just like, that is not how I work. I need a recipe. Tell me 2 tablespoons and I can give you 2 tablespoons. And so, so he made a much better baker than he did a cook, apparently. And he makes a mean lemon pie, from what I understand. So, let's see here. Belly Bear, Michael Anthony Smith, the hardest part is chopping. After that, simmer, 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 freeze leftovers and eat with crunchy light French bread and water. Dude, I'll tell you what, Belly Bear, that is 100% the truth. If I had a prep cook to deal with all the chopping, I would happily cook and clean up afterwards. But it's the prepping that drives me nuts. It's the prepping that basically keeps me from eating super wonderful meals every single meal. Because creating the wonderful meal is not a problem. Thinking up the wonderful meal actually isn't even a problem. It's just like, what? I have to finely dice a celery? I have to chop a whole onion? And I have to shred a carrot? That's gonna take me like 10 minutes, which seriously, it would. And so I'll spend, 3 hours stressing about the 10 minutes worth of prep cook. And then suddenly I'm so hungry I can't even, and so then I don't. Yeah, that's my life right there. The hardest part, Belly Bear, you are right, is the chopping. Yeah, Cindy Krause, really the best way to learn to cook is by watching. That's kind of how you do it. Okay, so Devin, we're back with her stock. So, okay, you take the chicken meat from your rotisserie chicken and give it a rough chop. Strain your stock and put it back in the pot on the stove and add the meat. Almost there, I promise. Okay, she's telling us how she's making her chicken soup. Gotcha. Comfortably Yum, it's a self-employment assistance program. Oh, so it kind of is an orientation for potentially a food truck. Awesome, excellent. Well, hopefully you will be able to get to that orientation on time since it is 6 p.m. and it's getting on close to 5:30 right now. So don't hang out here much longer. We don't want you to be late. I mean, you can hang out here as long as you want, but I don't want you to be late. So Elaine says, my daughter is dyslexic. Everything she does is different, but that's her signature. Totally unique. I learned to be perfectly unperfect. Do it, no worries. Well, that's exactly it right there. That is exactly it, E.T. Elaine, is you need to be perfectly imperfect. In fact, words of wisdom that are counterintuitive as hell, anything worth doing is worth doing poorly. And honestly, when you really think about it, that is true. Because anything worth doing means you better go do it, even if you don't do it well. It's worth doing poorly. Just do it. Just do it. All right then. So Belly Bear, you never had fast food until the age of 17. Too costly for a family of 9. Oh yeah, totally too costly for a family of 9. McDonald's would have been like a $90 bill for a family of 9. I mean, maybe not back then, but now, $10 a pop, basically. Shoot, that's like fancy fine dining. Comfortably baking is harder for you anyway. No, baking's way more precise. I mean, yeah, baking should be harder. I mean, for some people it's not, but yeah, for someone like me who espouses, just do it. Who cares about the rules? Make it up as you go along. Baking poses some challenges. Yeah. Okay, wait. Okay, so Devin says, it's a labor of love. So put the diced onion, celery, and a few carrots, cook until soft, and then adjust the salt, butter, then better than bouillon, and lemon juice. Oh, lemon juice for a little bit of acidity. I can see that logic. I don't usually have lemon juice on hand. I oftentimes have lime juice on hand, but I'll bet you a little splash of like white wine vinegar might work too. But yeah, I can totally see how lemon juice or some other acidity would help to brighten up a soup, because sometimes soups get a little one-dimensional and can get a little salty or fatty, and so the acid would really work well to cut that. That's a good secret ingredient. And okay, it looks like you have another secret ingredient that you'll never part with. So, all right. As long as that other secret ingredient isn't coriander or cilantro, as they call it here. I don't know why I called it coriander, actually. I mean, it is coriander in Europe and England, but it's cilantro here. So, as long as it's not cilantro, I'll probably like your other secret ingredient, whatever it may be. So, Belly Bear, cooking with your significant other or date can be fun. Yeah, I guess. I had a boyfriend who went to chef school, and cooking with him was not fun. But I can totally see why with someone else it might be. He took things way too seriously. He followed recipes. We did not have the same style. So, Michael Anthony Smith, what are you talking about? Your soup would be boring. Vegetarian. Oh, my friend, you just made a huge mistake. Yeah, all right, so I will be linking at the bottom of this video a link to incredible vegetarian soup recipes. And Michael Anthony Smith, you have the misfortune of actually knowing me on Facebook, which means I have access to your Facebook page. Yeah, you're going to be stunned. Vegetable soups can come in so many exciting forms. You clearly have no idea. From the lemon egg drop soup that the Greeks have called, I think it's avoncello or something like that, to Asian soups and curries. Yeah, boring vegetable soup does not have to be boring. Trust me on this. It does not. Michael Anthony Smith, that's a t-shirt right there. Anything worth doing is worth doing poorly. Absolutely. Yep, there we go. Right, and where I'm not at all surprised. You love baking since it requires following the recipe to the letter. Now, I drive my boss nuts because I don't always do that. I will take a recipe and be like, okay, so it asks for this much liquid in water form. I want to use lemon juice instead, which throws off the pH and can screw things up. But I'll do it, and my boss's brain will explode. She's like, it's not going to work. And then it does work. And it's like, well, why were you afraid to waste a box of cake mix? I mean, it's 99 cents. If it didn't work, we throw it away. It's no big deal. But yeah, Baking requires that precision, and I'm not at all surprised that you prefer the baking. And gosh, and where I gotta tell you, you are a better Lono Brarian than I am. I think sometimes coming out with these song titles that are going on right now. Thank you so much for letting everybody know what albums these tunes can be found on. By the way, one song on this playlist is not by Lono, and Big Boy Shaka is that one song. And let's see here, I do not have the artist off the top of my head, so if someone who knows the artist for Big Boy Shaka can chime in, I can give them a shout out. That being said, you can find Big Boy Shaka on Lono's album Heavy on Hawaiian Style, just like Anwar said. Okay, Belly Bear. See, perfect. Belly Bear is coming in with some suggestions. Michael Anthony Smith. I don't eat beef or pork. I prefer veggies most meals. A good one is curry coconut and basil stew with veggies. There you go. Seriously, when it comes to vegetarian stuff, curries are where it's at. I'm not a fan of a lot of curries. I don't like the whole coconut milk thing. It's a little too sweet for my taste, but I'm in the minority when it comes to that. And yeah, the coconut curry and basil stew sounds like it would be very flavorful. Let's see here. Oh, hey, Medium 7-Up. I've been meaning to ask you. So Medium 7-Up has a kitty named Huma Huma Nuku Nuku Apaa, and Huma is currently a little stressed and licking his belly. And I was wondering, Medium 7-Up, have you tried Feel Away? It's a cat pheromone that you can get a diffuser and plug it into the wall socket, and it helps calm down cats. I had a cat who was very stressed due to I had too many animals in the house, and one of them was a bully, and so she was very stressed, and she licked her belly clean, bare, I mean, and once I got the Feel Away, her hair grew back. It's been wonderful since then. So if you haven't tried the Feel Away, I really think that you might want to try that, because Huma might be able to get out of the cone for a little bit. Okay, Michael Anthony Smith has just caused an uproar here. Michael Anthony Smith, what? Vegetable soup is the most flavorful, especially with beets, sweet potatoes, and so much more. Yummy. Meat soups usually get the flavor added by adding veggies. That is true. That is true. That is true. Yeah, I mean, isn't minestrone a vegetable soup? That's a pretty, tasty soup. Okay, yeah, Comfortably Yum, you got a hele. Get out of here. Yeah, you got someplace to be. We'll see you next time. Hopefully on Saturday, Twitch, 6 p.m, so we can watch Tampopo. And if not Saturday, then hopefully Sunday, and we can chang out and chat. Hang out and chat. Okay. Oh, okay, wait, Devin. I think I like what Devin's about to say here. Michael, dude, you can roast up veggies and blend them up all kinds of ways. Super amazing. I used to be a vegetarian for a long time. Doesn't have to be boring. Yeah, that's true. In fact, actually, one of my favorite soups is chicken stock, which you don't have to use chicken stock. You can use vegetable stock. And cauliflower florets cooked in the chicken stock until they're tender, and then take an immersion blender and blend it all up so that it's almost like a cream soup. It's smooth and it has a mouthfeel of cream. It looks like gray gruel. I mean, it's the ugliest soup you're ever going to see in your life. Oh, God, it's so tasty, though. I mean, so if you added some other stuff, maybe some shredded carrots and something green to make it actually pretty, and then jazz it up with whatever little spices you might like. Super good. And it's literally just basically boiled cauliflower in broth. Yeah, and roasting vegetables gives them a whole other dimension of flavor. So I have never, I've never tried roasted vegetables in a soup, But now that Devin has brought it up, I definitely want to try the vegetables on the soup. And Where I can't remember the title either. It's the same title that Lono got confused with too, so you're not the only one. When he posted the song on his YouTube page, he actually posted it with the wrong title. So yeah, you're in good company not being able to remember the title of that great song. And it's a great flippin' song. So you're in good company. I can't remember. Lono can't remember. You can't remember. We're in the club of can't flippin' remember nothing. Yeah, so let's see here. Okay, cool. So green curry. Yeah, green curry is delicious. You can buy the paste. Yeah, the green and the red curry paste jars. Those are very, very, very handy. So let's see here. Okay, so medium 7-Up. Yes, you bought the feel away. You left it plugged in while you were away. But when I took the cone off, you still went back to looking. Oh, that's too bad. I'm really glad, though. I'm super happy to hear that you left the feel away on while you were away. Whether or not it helped, I don't know. But I don't think it could have hurt. I mean, I can only assume that he was a little bit stressed out while you were gone for so long in Hawaii. I think it's awesome that that you were thinking ahead there with that. Shockalock, did someone say green curry? Yeah, Shock. First we were talking about Wiener Schnitzel, but you were out of the scene, and so you weren't able to chime in with why Wiener Schnitzel is called Wiener Schnitzel. I think we figured it out though. And now we're talking about soup. Now we're talking about curries. Well, we're talking about all sorts of soup, but Michael Anthony Smith, he got us all riled up by saying that vegetable soup is just kind of boring, and well, everybody had opinions about that. And a lot of the opinions came back to curries, and so yeah, we'd be talking about green curry right now. That's right. Terry Gilmore heading out to dinner, tapas tonight. Oh, great. I love little dinner of poo-poos, basically. That's the way to go. Enjoy yourself, and maybe I'll see you on Saturday night for Tampopo. And if not, hopefully I'll see you on Sunday for Chatter with Statter. Have a good one, though, Terry. Let's see here. So, Cindy Krause, yeah, you can't wait for the temperatures to cool off so you can get some curry. Today in Seattle was kind of cloudy. It was maybe in the 60s, which is why I got thinking about soups. But yeah, I know the rest of the country is just like, what are you talking about soup right now for? It's still 187 degrees in California. I want shave ice, not soup. Okay, Belly Bear is now talking about something else that I want to put in my mouth besides soup. Super easy barbecue recipe. Chop potatoes and onions and butter and salt and pepper. Wrap double in foil, put on grill, and turn once. Okay, let's do it. Awesome. I love me some potato. And let's see here. So, and where less familiar with the Evie Band songs, habut. Well, none of these songs really are Evie Band songs, Anne. I mean, they're actually Lono songs. Evie might play some of them, but they're actually Lono songs. Just so you know. So get familiar with them. Kidding. Let's see here. So yeah, Michael, Better Than Bouillon has a vegetarian bouillon to help flavor all kinds, soup, gravy, chili, and more. You swear by the stuff, and I haven't killed anyone yet. Devin, you are 100% right. I literally just bought a jar of the Better Than Bouillon vegetarian stock, or whatever, stuff, goo, because it's a jar of goo, basically is what it is. You keep it in the fridge once you open it. And oh my God, dude, I don't know. I mean, I looked at the ingredients. I know what they use in it, but I don't really know what they use in it to make it taste like that. That Better Than Bouillon vegetable broth is the richest, most flavorful vegetable broth I have ever come across in my life. I'm actually thinking I might just, like, chicken broth is kind of my go-to just because I have so much of it in my freezer usually. And then, you know, you've got the cubes, etc. But I don't know, man. I feel like this Better Than Bouillon vegetable broth base, the goo, is actually better than any bouillon, chicken, beef, or otherwise I have ever had, and it's vegetarian, so all my vegetarian friends can enjoy what I'm making when I use it. Seriously, this stream is not sponsored, but better than bouillon, vegetarian soup base. Go get it. You don't have to use it just for soup. You can use it in anything. It's flippin' delicious. And it's vegetarian. Oh, Cindy, so it really still is 100 degrees in the California area. Yeah, you're not in the mood for soup. And if you are in the mood for soup, it's like melon chilled soup or something. Yeah. So let's see here. Medium 7-Up. In my limited cooking, you have used and loved the vegetable better than bouillon. Yeah, medium 7-Up. It really is. The amount of concentrated flavor that it packs is, it packs a punch. It's delicious. Belly Bear, you made black bean soup yesterday. Added chopped carrots, garlic, green onions, salt and pepper, powdered sriracha. And today you're cooking white rice. Yeah, that sounds like it would be a good meal. I didn't know that sriracha came powdered. All right. Interesting. Good to know. I guess kind of makes sense. Just had no idea. Well, gosh, and I don't know if everybody knows this song, but I sure know this song. Most of us are part of the Hamajang Gang here, and if you're not part of the Hamajang Gang, I suggest you join the Hamajang Gang. What in the heck is the Hamajang Gang? Well, it's the people who hang out on the Daily Pigeon Live with Andy Bumatai. Andy Bumatai streams every morning at 6 a.m. Hawaii time, 9 a.m. West Coast time, and noon on the East Coast. A show called Daily Pigeon, where basically we hang out for about an hour and a half, chit-chat just like we're doing here, and watch a whole bunch of Hawaii-based videos. And thanks to the community and crowd that has started with Andy Bumatai's Daily Pigeon Live, we have grown into a couple other streams like Chatter with Statter. And of course, another stream that we like to support is Photo Luke Hawaii. He streams twice a week on Twitch and 2 or 3 times a week on YouTube as well. And between Photo Luke Hawaii and Daily Pigeon and Chatter with Statter, pretty much the whole week is covered with something to do on some day at some point to come hang out with the Hamajang Gang, which is who we are. Although here, right now, today, at this very moment, we're the Statterbox crew. That's right. There we go. Belly Bear, I experimented a lot when learning how to cook. My siblings were the guinea pigs. Had some food fights. That's cute. Devin, I love this. I'm like spreading the good word of better than bouillon. Yeah, exactly. And the funny thing is I've heard of better than bouillon for, I don't know, decades at this point, and I never bothered to buy it because it's kind of expensive. It is worth every flippin' penny, at least for the vegetable one. I haven't tried the chicken, I haven't tried the beef, I haven't tried anything like that. But if the vegetable one is any indication, the chicken and the beef are going to be like so power punched with flavor that it absolutely is worth the money. Yeah, absolutely is worth the money. Precisely, Anthony Michael Smith. And, to be part of the Hamajang Gang or the Statterbox crew, you don't have to do anything except for show up. That's all you gotta do. Now, if you want to be vaguely recognized, it's better to at least mention yourself in the chat, even if you're just gonna mention K. Staying K means that you're okay, but you're in the background, you're just lurking. And we love our lurkers, we love our K crew. But to be fully 100% recognized as Hamajang or Statterbox, it's always best just to throw up a K, say a hi, so we know you're there, so we can say aloha and bring you into the circle, even if you don't want to say anything. That's right. So Belly Bear, you sleep in because of this heat, not sleeping well at night. Yeah, I agree. I haven't been able to get to sleep earlier in the house is still too hot at like midnight, and it just suddenly at like 2 a.m. sleep is possible, but then 8 a.m. comes really quick. So yeah, like I said, it turned to 60 whatever today, but last night my house was still like close to 80 around midnight. I don't understand how it got that hot yesterday, but it did. Okay, let's see. We're talking about soup, talking about a lot of things. I'm trying to remember things that I thought we might talk about, because I did no planning for this video today. Like I said, today did not quite go as planned. I actually had to work. Kenny Casey! Alright, see, Kenny Casey, he was K-Crew while he's working on his book, but he showed face just for a minute, so we knew that he was here. Good to see you, Kenny. I'm super stoked that you've got that book situation going on. It sounds like you're on your, second draft, your rewrite, because you've got your, 60-some-odd thousand words already down, which is awesome. Super hard to see a book from start to finish. I've got a friend who's an author who has a couple young adult novels out, and to watch her plug through, and do her word counts, and I think my book's going to be 55,000, but I'm already on 57,000 words, and I'm only 2/3 of it in, so maybe it'll be a series. It takes a lot of focus and self-discipline to get that book done. So I'm really stoked that you're on the way to. I think you've got your first draft completely done, which is just amazing. Devin, in regards to better than bouillon, yes, it is expensive, but worth every penny. It saved my bacon so many times. I said to have catering gig and had to fix things on the fly, and a lot of that was your go-to duct tape for food. Right, exactly. It's just, you don't even have to, seriously, I imagine you could probably add a tiny, scoop of better than bouillon vegetable broth and put it in some melted butter, and suddenly you've got a nice glaze for pasta or something. I think duct tape for food sounds like exactly the most perfect way to describe what that stuff does or is. And where Lono's old McKenna Road song is found on both albums, Radio Kihei and Maui. It looks beautiful from Molokai. Look at you being the Lono Brarian. I love it, Anne. I love it. Think about what I asked you the other day. Yeah. Hey, Terry, good to see you. Excellent. So glad that you could show face. It looks like you must be done with your American Truck Simulator drive this evening. I'm assuming you were starting in Wyoming again today, or I feel like I'm making that up. Either way, I think it's super awesome that that you're here. And if you guys aren't following Terry with Scotland, you definitely should follow Terry with Scotland. He is a Twitch streamer as well, and pretty much every 5 p.m. All right, that's got... Terry in Scotland has the most simple streaming schedule possible, and I cannot get it out my mouth. Every 5 p.m. West Coast time, every day, I believe, Terry in Scotland is on Twitch, and he's driving American Truck Simulator game in the party bus. What we like to do is hang out while we watch him drive through various and assorted states. The last 2 days we've been in Wyoming exploring Yellowstone Park, exploring Devil's Tower, exploring a bunch of different things, hanging out with the Hamajang gang. We call it the party bus, though, the Terry's Terror bus. And we've been known to get in some accidents. That's okay. That's part of the fun. You never spill your beer. And so join Terry on Twitch, 5 p.m. West Coast time for an American Truck Simulator game, and hang out with the Hamajang gang, partying in the back. It's always fun there. So, okay, Anwar, did we hear all the dirty laundry Seattle stories from last week, or did we digress from those at some point? Well, the only real dirty laundry story that I had was the brother and sister who had the threesome and then went to the tattoo parlor to confront the boyfriend of the chick they had the threesome with, and then the brother ended up getting shot, and the sister of the brother also shot somebody, I think, was how that went. That was basically the only dirty laundry I had for the Seattle area. I was hoping that other folks could share some dirty laundry from their neck of the woods, but as it turns out, the dirty laundry that I shared might have been like so out there that no one felt they could compete, so they didn't bother to share. But yeah, if you've got any dirty laundry stories from your neck of the woods, Ann, I am all about hearing them. Absolutely. All right, so Kenny, all right. Yeah, I already know what you're about to say, and I'm feeling your pain, but I'm going to read it anyway. Working on the self-edit and losing my mind because an important part is missing. So habut, and I can't find my notes for that character's backstory. Oh, you're mad enough to bite rocks. Yes, you are. Oh, I don't even have a suggestion for that. I mean, other than you're gonna, well, you know what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to rewrite it. Oh, you're gonna rewrite it better than it was before. You're gonna remember. You're gonna go to sleep thinking about it. For a couple days, you're going to think about this. And then it's going to come back to you and you're going to write it better than before. Yeah, that's right. I'm telling you how to live your life. That's right. I'm telling you what to do. That's what you're going to do. You're going to sit on it for a couple nights and then you're going to rewrite it and you're going to rewrite it better. That's what you're going to do. So, medium 7-Up, sorry you're behind. Yeah, welcome to my life. Welcome to my world. Come on in, my friend. Join the club. Belly Bear, yeah, easy gravy for baked chicken. Bake your chicken, add canned mushroom soup, milk, salt and pepper, butter, last 15-20 minutes. Yep. Yeah, that that's so funny you should say that. That recipe my mom would do, only instead of the salt and pepper or pepper she would add, but she would put like half a packet of Lipton's onion soup, you know, the dried onion soup. She'd put half a packet of that in the mushroom soup to give it some flavor. And she would do that either with baked chicken or pork chops. But yeah, that is classic, that canned mushroom soup over chicken or pork. God, that sounds really good, actually. I don't even know if I have any mushroom soup in my pantry, but that sounds better than soup right now, actually. So, okay, wait, what does medium 7-Up have to say? My mom's thing is to make rice with chicken broth, and I switch it to vegetable better than beef. All right, yeah, let me reread that. Medium 7-Up says my mom's thing is to make rice with chicken broth, but I switched it to vegetable better than bouillon. Totally. People who make their white rice with just water. I mean, I do make my white rice with just water sometimes, like especially if I'm going to maybe make rice pudding with it later on. But yeah, no, you got to cook it with some sort of vegetable something. I mean, if nothing else, if you're going to use water, at least throw some chopped garlic cloves in there to give it something. Oh, and where? Yeah, Kenny, she says to Kenny, you probably put those notes somewhere safe and you will find them again. They are, I'm sure they're somewhere safe. Yeah, I'm sure they're somewhere safe. So, Cindy, Molly, I'm a great coach. Well, you know, it's not that I'm a great coach. It's just that I know what it's like to lose and forget stuff. So, okay. Belly Bear just stepped up to the plate for dirty laundry and gossip. Had a neighbor who found out her boyfriend was cheating on her, so she lit the other lady's apartment on fire. Wow. I mean, you know what though, Belly Bear? I have to ask, did she light any of her boyfriend's stuff on fire? I mean, because honestly, it's the boyfriend who's cheating, not the other chick, right? I mean, the other chick might be cheating, but he ain't cheating on her. So I don't know. Did she light her boyfriend's stuff on fire, or just the other chick's stuff on fire? That's a good one though. See, that's what I was looking for when we were talking about dirty laundry and scandals. And where if Keep Molokai Molokai doesn't make you tear up, you haven't really listened to this Lono song. It's found on the album Old Style 4 at lonomusic.com. Oh, Anne, I gotta tell you, it just warms my heart to see you type these things every single time. Let's see here. So, Kenny Casey, and where? I'm sure I will find the notes, but it's going to be tough. Right now, my house looks like someone threw a grenade into a filing cabinet. Oh, yeah. Yep. And where? Exactly. That's all of us. I always lose stuff if I make a point of putting them somewhere away safe where you don't want to forget. That's the story of my life. I have a lot of safe places to put things. I mean, they are safe. They are even safe from me. That's how safe they are. Yep. Yeah, and you know what? Medium 7-Up. You think that I stole his notes? Well, you know, looking around at my desk, if I did steal them, I wouldn't be able to find them either. Oh my. Yeah, I've got stacks, notebook. Yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to find them if I stole them. But I did not steal them. I promise you, Kenny, I did not steal them. So, okay, Belly Bear, she did something to the boyfriend, but can't recall. The boyfriend met his own fate, car accident, and is now disabled. Oh, well, I guess that might be. I don't know if that's necessarily karma for that indiscretion. So Lona, oh hey, good to see you, Lona. 15 watching, 15 likes. Well, I like that stat. But if you haven't liked it yet, might as well click Might as well click the like button because Lona's here and she's keeping count. So give her a job to do, guys. Come on. Belly Bear, yeah, no doubt. Isn't that funny how your paper pile somehow ends up to get bigger even after you went and organized it? Yeah, you know why that is? It's because you took 7 of the little piles and made one big pile, if you're like me. And so then you got the one big pile, and then 7 littler piles start forming again because the seed of the pile is always going to be there. Yeah. Okay, so and where? This is Falling Waters, a wonderfully trippy song on Lono's live album. Am I right, Mad Statter? Well, yes, it is one of the live albums that Lono has. I believe it's on the sports page one where he is with Sean. Sean being the bass player, who is pretty badass. Yeah. So yes, you are correct. This would be Falling Waters. I mean, I think it would be Falling Waters. I don't have my... Yes, it is Falling Waters. I just turned my thing on to see what was playing. So yeah, there you go. Let's see, Kenny, you suspect there's a wormhole that your notes went through and they're right there in another dimension. Could be. I honestly, I think what happened to your notes is 4th dimension people got them. Now, 4th dimension people are like, what is that? Well, it's something I made up. But what it is, or it's the menehunes, whatever you want to call it, dude, seriously, when you go and you're like looking for your scissors and you know that the scissors are in the drawer because the scissors are always in the drawer, and you open the drawer and you cannot find the scissors, and you take like everything in the drawer out and you're like, this is a stapler, these are pens, and you identify it and mentally you're like, because I'm not seeing the scissors really are not here, right? So then you put everything back in the drawer knowing that the scissors are not in the drawer. And the next time you open the drawer, there's scissors on the top of the whole pile of everything. Yeah, that's 4th dimensional people. They take your stuff and they mess with you. And I think that the 4th dimensional people came and took your notes. That's what I think. Cindy Krause, yeah, I like this Falling Waters song too. In fact, I like the whole Sean and Lono live sports page CD. It's a phenomenal CD. It's a live CD taken from the soundboard, which is always ideal. And Sean's a super awesome bass player, and we already are, all of us are fans of Lono here. So yeah, if you have an opportunity to get your hands on that live album from Lono, I suggest you do it because good tunes are on there. Belly Bear, you drive yourself crazy. You were super organized at work. Home paperwork is another story. Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, I'm an office manager, and so I manage the office. My house is not my office. This is not my office. This is my house. It's a different thing. It's why when you go to a house of like a contractor who builds, houses and cabinets for a living, his house and cabinets are all a shambles because he doesn't do it at home. He does it for work. That's how that works. So let's see here. So Belly Bear, you believe in those menehunes. You dropped a large earring in front of a low dresser, never found it. Took the whole dresser apart, nothing. Right, how does that happen? Okay, Belly Bear, check this out. I can actually top this one. I still do not know to this day how this happened. Okay, so I had a bracelet, and it was a bracelet that was just made of it was a very simple, it was made of basically just like a necklace chain. It was just like a silver chain, but it went around my wrist like a bracelet does. And it had this one little kink in the metal, which is how because I used to play with it a lot, and this one kink in this certain part of the necklace, the bracelet, it was there. It always has been. It was basically one of the ways that I could identify, like, yep, that's my bracelet. Well, one day, I lost that bracelet. I lost it. Couldn't find it anywhere. Didn't know where I lost it. I don't know. I lost it. Several months later, this was when I was in college, living in Olympia. Several months later, me and a bunch of my college friends went camping in Oregon, and we had to set up camp basically in the middle of the night. It was pouring down rain, and we had to walk back and forth from the car to the campsite on a little trail to haul all of our stuff back and forth, back and forth. In the middle of that muddy trail was my bracelet. And one of my friends was like, hey, look, who dropped a bracelet? And I was like, dude, and I felt it, and the kink was in exactly where it was supposed to be. I mean, it was my bracelet. It's like, that's mine. So, yeah. Yeah. Huh? Huh? Mm-hmm. So, and where? Or you could ask Anoya, the goddess of things that get stuck in drawers, from writer Terry Pratchett. She also knows about other lost stuff. Yeah, I'm telling you, everybody has them. I call them fourth dimension people. And then my college roommate, she picked up on the fourth dimension people label. And one day she was telling somebody, Molly calls them fourth dimension people, and the person that she was talking to assumed that what she was referring to was called mollycosms. And so now, according to her friend, the fourth dimension people are mollycosms. So there you go. I guess I'm a fourth dimension person now. So Kenny Casey, Lono is getting so mentioned in my next 2 stories. Got his permission to mention him and his music in all your projects. How cool is that? No, that is super awesome. And it's super awesome that you asked permission, and it's super awesome that he gave you permission. So that, I mean, we all have Lono to thank for such beautiful music and being so generous with all of his works. I don't really know what all of us would do here without the Lono tunes in our lives. It's so bizarre to think, like, this past year and a half or so, how entrenched we've all gotten with each other, and it never fails to amaze me the generosity that Lono continues to have with all of us, from his music and materials to just being an awesome person. So let's see here. Cindy Krause, you finally found the directions for your sprinklers. Was right there on your table. Exactly. And I'm pretty sure you probably looked at your on the table for those directions, but no, they weren't there when you looked. I promise you they weren't there when you looked. I promise you they weren't. Michael Anthony Smith, how long was it missing? Oh, it was missing for months. Months. I had given up on it. It was missing for months. The thing is, with that, I'd kind of given up on my bracelet. That bracelet had gone missing for months on and off throughout my high school and college career. I kind of had faith that it would come back because it always did before, but I did not expect it to come back in Oregon because I lost it in Olympia. So, and medium 7-Up. So it was in my luggage and fell out. The only thing I can think of is maybe I had lost it in my friend's car that we rode down in to the campsite, and then in unloading the camp gear, it attached to something and then fell in the trail. That's the only like logical chain of events that I can come up with for how that happened. But it's like still the simple fact that if that happened and we still found it, it was just very bizarre. Oh, okay, so Belly Bear, your mom used to say it was her Irish sister who passed away and she was a jokester. Right, exactly, but still fourth dimension people of some sort, right? Yeah, we can't see them, but they can mess with our stuff. If you've ever lost a lighter and you knew that you had it in your pocket, it was your fourth dimension person screwing with you, I'm telling you. Cindy Krause, road trips would not be the same with my Lono CDs. I think you mean without your Lono CDs. And I think that would be awesome to have on a road trip. My CD player is fancy. It can hold 6 CDs. And right now it has 7 CDs stuck in it because I didn't know that my CD player doesn't work in my car right now. So Kenny Casey, oh hey, you just found your high school ring, and Sasquatch, and Jimmy Hoffa, but not Maki's backstory. Habut. So Ann Ware, I don't even know, clearly somebody knows what you're talking about. You were talking about an egg beater? Anoya particularly likes offerings of old school egg beaters. I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, do you mean that you have old school egg beaters that you can never find because Anoya has stolen them from you? Well, interesting. Honestly, I've never used, you mean the old school with the whisk or the things and the gear and stuff? I've always found those to be like way more of a hassle to use than just a whisk. So, yeah, Devin, you're kidding me. No way. Medium 7-Up. Yeah, that's wild. No, that's exactly it. I don't know how the bracelet did what it did. But however it did what it did, it was still amazing. Even with the most scientifically proven logical chain of events, I still find it amazing that on a muddy trail in the middle of the night, I wasn't able to. Dan Arnold was the one who did it, actually. Dan Arnold was able to find this particular bracelet and whatever. There you go. Oh, Anoya is the goddess of things stuck in drawers and she grabs onto the egg beaters. I get it now. I'm sort of slow, but I get it now. Oh, it's a Terry Pratchett joke? Okay, yeah, see, I don't croup right over my head. I mean, my hair's tall, but that one went even higher than my hair. Belly Bear, you bought the Lono e-file music CDs next time. Yeah, I just have the downloads as well, but unfortunately, I will admit, as a liner note geek, I am a little bit bummed that I didn't buy the CDs because some of the CDs actually have like real life liner notes, and I like liner notes. So if you like liner notes like you do, like I do, the CDs might be the way to go. All right, Lona, thanks so much for popping in and reminding everybody to hit that like button. I will see you later. So, Aware, yes, Flowers Will Lay, sweet song on Lono's album, Maui Stylin'. I love this particular song. I cannot tell you why, actually. Oh, Belly Bear, good. You didn't get the egg beater joke either? All right, good. We might, our hair might be tall, but, things still can fly over our heads easy. So, I know, right, Ann Ware? Liner notes. I know, it wasn't until long after I got all of the digital downloads that I realized, oh, I made a terrible mistake. I should have gotten the CDs. Yeah, it wasn't until many moons after I got the downloads that I recognized that I was missing out on something that I love dearly. Liner notes. Yes, well, and on that note, I think we might want to wrap this up. We've been chatting here for a little over an hour and a half, and for a day that we didn't really know what we were talking about, I think we did pretty flippin' good. So I would like to thank you so much for hanging out here, all of us together on Chatter with Statter this Thursday afternoon. It's Thursday, right? Let's call it Thursday. Hopefully I will be able to see you guys on Twitch on Saturday, where we're going to try to watch Tampopo. Fingers crossed we're going to watch Tampopo. We'll figure out how to watch Tampopo. So 6 p.m. Twitch, West Coast time. Wait, let's try that again. 6 p.m. West Coast time on Twitch. Chatter with Statter, Mad Statter. Come find me on Twitch. We're going to watch Tampopo. You can't do that? That's cool. Come find me again here. Find all of us again here. Sunday, 4:30 p.m. West Coast time, 1:30 p.m. Hawaii time, 7:30 p.m. East Coast time. And Sunday we will have another stream, Chatter with Statter, and we can all talk about the wonderful time that we had watching Tampopo, if that's what ends up happening. And if not, we'll talk about the wonderful time we had doing other stuff this last weekend. So, we really are going for reals, I promise you, Shock. And let's see here. Oh, no, we're not really going. We have to do this first. Kenny Casey, whichever foul hobnoggin took your notes has been defeated. You found your notes. Let the songs of rejoicing begin. That is exactly how we need to close out this show, on a good note like that. Kenny Casey, you found your notes. That is super awesome. I cannot be happier for you. Seriously, I cannot be happier for you to hear that you found them so quickly. That makes me so stoked. All right, so yeah. Shock, we are going to go for reals. Cindy Krause, thanks for hanging out. Thank you so much, Elaine, for hanging out this whole time. Lono, good music, good today. Thanks so much for B&K crew and, all the music that you supply for the Statter Box and all of us here. So, Aware, that's okay that you've got an obscure joke. The obscurer the joke, the funnier it is once I get it. So there you go. Belly Bear, thank you so much for hanging out while your rice was cooking and for all of the soup tips and recipes that we all shared here. So I am super stoked that we got to hang out today. And yeah, let's do it again sometime soon. Until then, have yourself a good one. Take care.